So once you have the text editor you want to use, you can again go down here to the monkey, right click, go up to the script you want to edit, and this time you're going to right click on the script. If this is the first time you've loaded up or tried to edit a script, it'll bring up a dialog box asking you what text editor you want to use. So for me, I'm going to be using gedit. For Windows users, you can use Notepad. I would suggest using something like Notepad++ or equivalent. And so you just go to it, and you're basically going to find it for the Grease Monkey script here. I mean, for the Grease Monkey extension. And let's see here, where is it? Gedit. Alright. And what it'll do is once it finds it, it'll bring up the script. And as you can see, it's all color coded on my screen. And it also does some indentation and stuff for me automatically. Now, say for some reason you didn't install any software, or you find some text editor you want to use later, and you need to change the text editor, you can do that. Just go to a blank tab or any tab in Firefox, and what you're going to do is you're going to type about : config, just like that, and hit enter. It's going to tell you that you're going to be changing some important stuff, so be careful. And click the little button down there. So we don't want to change but one thing, so we're going to search for it, and you just search for Grease Monkey, and you'll see all these Grease Monkey settings, and right here you'll see Grease Monkey Editor, and if you double click on this, you can change the path to the editor of your choice. I'm going to leave mine as gedit, but if you ever need to change it later, that's how to do it. Alright. So, and we're not actually going to do any scripts today, but I mean, if you edit them, you can just save them, and it'll overwrite the existing script in the storage of your Grease Monkey scripts. Yeah, it'll overwrite the script, basically. Alright. Now we're going to play with some Firebug stuff. Alright, so you need to, and it doesn't matter what page you're on, just right click on, oh no wait, left click on the bug. It'll bring up your screen, and like I said before, you can play with the tree and look at all the pretty stuff that's inside the page. But what we're going to play with is the console. So you have to turn the console on for the first time. So you click on the console tab, there'll be an arrow, click it, go to the top and click enabled. And then you'll have a console with 3 arrows pointing to the right down here. This is similar to DOS or any command prompt you might use before. You can type commands in and it'll run in the JavaScript machine. So in standard coding fashion, I'm just going to show you a quick Hello World demo, and it's one-liner. So you're going to type console, because as you can see we're typing in the console, so we're going to tell it that's where we want this to go when we're talking to it. And we're going to call the function or the operator or method or whatever you're familiar with. It's basically a function. We're going to log, and then whatever you put inside of the, so it actually looks like this, and then whatever you put inside of here is what it will say. So we're going to just do hello world, and the quotes at both ends are important. You can use single quotes, you can use double quotes, as long as they're the same on both ends. So I could use double quotes on both ends, and it would work the same as single quotes. And just hit enter, and there you go. Hello world. And you can do stuff like a equals 5 plus 2, and then it tells you a equals 7. So, and it's a good way to practice your JavaScript before you get into writing actual scripts. And so if you're going to practice, I would recommend, well, 2 websites that really helped me. I didn't really formally learn anything. I just kind of learned it on my own. Probably one of my favorite ones was if you type into your search engine of choice, W3C schools, and it should be the first one up here. Click on the JavaScript link, and it'll look like this, and you can just go through their tutorials. They're pretty self-explanatory, and they'll help out quite a bit. Once you get through them, another good source is the actual Mozilla, the people who are in charge of Firefox. So Mozilla, and then you type in developer, and then JavaScript. Oh, sorry. There you go. And it will be the first link probably, and it gives you a lot of, I guess, more in-depth information on some of the commands and stuff that at least the Firefox browser uses. If you're going to be using the other browsers, you may want to look at just the differences. But you have here your reference guide, which is useful, and just like the data types and stuff like that. And we'll get into that in a little bit into the next tutorial, but I'm not going to really cover it, just kind of showing you where it is. So if you want to go out on your own and learn it, it's some good free resources. Alright, well, that concludes this tutorial. You kind of know you have GreaseMonkey installed, you have Firebug installed, you know how to install your script, you can turn your scripts on and off, you know how to open them up to edit them, you have resources to go look and see what, I guess, how to edit them if you wanted to read on your own. I hope this was informative for you, and I guess, as I said, in the next one I'm going to walk you through the creation of a simple script. It's going to be the script that puts the numbers in this bar up here. It's a pretty good first script to learn. Until then, enjoy your weekend or whatever.